Okay, directions for content managers, web designers, executive editors. I have made blank pages on MyWiki, which I may no longer call MyWiki, because now you'll have pages on it. You can see those below. The idea now is, to the best of your ability, you're going to migrate the work from your wiki, Hume, Aquinas, Hobbes, whatever, to that page. The wiki is the raw material out of which we will fashion something more polished, and we might not use all of it. We'll edit it, we'll structure it, we'll organize it. We might add some widgets, video, music onto the page. We basically are migrating the raw material from the wikis to polished final material on this wiki. So you guys collectively are doing that. Content managers, web designers, executive editors. I've got some specific directions below. You can see that I've left for you. They're suggestions. Really, this is what you make of it. This is below. I'm giving you what I'm thinking, what might be helpful, but make it your own and do what you can. So I'll say a little something here then specifically for each category. Go click onto your page that's on this wiki, just so you can see that it's there and stuff like that. My apologies if you have to sign up again. It shouldn't have to. It looked like WebPaint said you wouldn't have to, but if you do, my apologies. You can just get it signed up. You don't have to leave any info or anything. Okay, for our content managers, mostly you're going to be managing the content. There's going to be a lot of stuff all over the place on your wiki. You might go to the button up above. Let me actually go take a look at that. That says news at the top of your wiki. That will show you everything that's been done, really. And you'll need to kind of sift through there and see okay, where's the historical stuff? Where's the contemporary stuff? Where are the questions? And just find the different content categories that people are contributing for and organize them. So you want one section that has all the history stuff, one section that has all the primary philosophical stuff. Find some way of kind of chunking out, organizing, bringing together the various content on your wiki, which those things are a little random and chaotic. So you're going to kind of mold that into something lovely and organized to the best of your ability. You can make sections on your page here on this wiki for each of the relevant content categories. Philosophical research, history research. That could be a section on one page and you can copy and paste it. You might start doing a little editing. Maybe some of this you don't think should be on there. Maybe it changes a little bit. That's really your call. You could make separate pages for each of those content areas. Your call. So that's kind of what you're doing. You are kind of organizing the wild beast that is your wiki. Okay. Web design, make it look pretty, make it look good, pleasing to the eye. There's a user interface is actually a kind of big job in web content publication or IT or something like that. I have a friend, he does user interface, and he gets paid a lot of good money by Adobe. Mark, are you watching this? So you make it pretty, you make it fun to navigate, maybe put some buzzers and bells on it. If you look at the widgets button on the Easy Edit toolbar, that has functionalities for embedding video. You can embed music. Obviously, you can put links and pictures. There's surveys that you can make. I even have the little call-in number here If you guys want to and figure that out, you can link to and or embed spoken word on your page if anybody speaks words for your page, and that's kind of up to you guys. Make it look good. You might make a uniform page format such that all of the sections or pages on your philosophers have a consistent look. I suppose if we were doing a business, we might want it like that. Maybe you like it better if it looks different. Your call. So that's you guys. Add in some media, give it a nice look. We don't have advertisements on my wiki, so it's a lot nicer already, but make it look good. I'm a terrible web designer. I think if you navigate my wiki, you can tell it's not my bailiwick. So, that means you guys, and that's true for the content managers, you guys put your hands on other people's work. You guys edit it, shape it, reshape it, delete it, modify it, morph it. You guys make the finished product. They give the raw material. Okay, executive editor, as I say here, ultimately this is your baby. Anything that isn't done by others, yours to do. Really, it's your call how much you're going to do. But your eye is on the final product here. What are we left with? What are we handing to future generations of students that work on this project? Whether or not we have moral obligations to future generations is itself an interesting philosophical issue. You don't have to get into that. You can think about it. But you can communicate with the other people. You can do things that they didn't do. Ultimately, final product is your responsibility. Not to be worried about that or scared about it. You're really not graded on its value, but I do want to see that you did something to bring it all together. And presumably, you're ready to put some time into it or make some kind of commitment to it if you signed up for that job. And I'd be happy to communicate with you guys in particular about what we might do with it, since this is going to be the final version. Ultimately, you're the one that's handing off your page to the next group. Best case scenario, maybe they have little or nothing to do because you guys rocked it out. You might have to fill in lots of gaps. Maybe you won't. Maybe you can just kind of defer or kind of motivate others to get it done. Pretty much all in your hands. You can make any final edits that you want to, which might be deleting, might be adding. Ultimately, it's your baby. All right, so that is the dealio. As you'll see kind of in the middle of the page, I've got a phone number, and you guys can leave messages for one another. In order for that to be effective, you might need to state which philosopher you're working on. I would think you would. So you might say, hey, philosophical researchers for Hume, we need this. Or it might be like, hey, content manager, I need to get the content so I can start doing my web design stuff. Or, I don't know, whatever. Just a thought. I left one board that everybody would leave their messages on. That might be confusing at one level, but because some of this material may not be relevant to your philosopher or your page, but it also gives us a chance to just hear what other people are talking about, seeing what they're doing. Maybe that gives you ideas. Yeah. So another thing, if you want to leave some spoken word on your web page, you can do that here too. I think I put a 10-minute limit on each call, But let's say you wanted to give an overview of your philosopher, you can do it that way. Make a call, enter in the little numbers there, and oh,